This video highlights the Oracle Enterprise Manager Migration Workbench and demonstrates how to migrate an on-premises database to an autonomous database. I'm on Enterprise Manager login page and I'm going to log in as a migration administrator user.
In Enterprise Manager Release 13.4, Release Update 7, we have introduced new menu under Enterprise for migration and consolidation. Under Migration and Consolidation, we have Database Migration Workbench. Navigate to Database Migration Workbench and click on it.
This takes me to database migration landing page, wherein I see all the migration activities in the system. I see activities that have been completed and those are in progress. I can also filter on the date filter and search for migration activities in last few days. I can also click on getting started and review the overall migration process. Now let's create a new migration. Click on create migration activity. This opens a wizard to create a new migration activity. The activity name is populated by default. If you want, you can change it. Next, let's define a scope for migration. It can be a full database migration, or you can migrate specific schemas. In this case, let's select full database migration. Next, select the source database to migrate. You can filter the list of databases using various filter criteria. You can filter it on target type, or you can also add new target properties from Enterprise Manager. Let's select sales database for migration. Now select the destination database. In this system, I have an warehouse database and a transaction processing database. I'm going to select autonomous transaction processing database as my destination database type for migration. When I select a database, all the details about a database are populated from the repository. In the tools validation section, we also see that Instant Client and ADB Schema Advisor are available in the software library, and they are up to date. If you would like to manually update these tools, you can do so using Upload Migration Tools button at the bottom of the screen. Let's continue with migration process. Click on Continue. On the next page, you can add more details about source, destination, and migration action. In my environment, the preferred credentials have been set for the sales database and the transaction processing database. So the normal database credentials and host credentials are selected based on my preferred settings. I'm going to select a service name for my destination database, and I will choose Hi TCPS as my service name. If you want, you can also see the connection descriptor. Let's select a source data pump directory. Enter encryption password. And enter cloud storage URL. My cloud storage URL points me to the object storage from the data center where my transaction processing database is created. Next, enter the bucket name on this object store where the export dump file will be uploaded. Next, select OCI credential to connect to destination service. Click on Next. On the Customize page, You can customize the migration process. You can customize the export options and import options. You can override the default export and import options here. We also see the default options, which are displayed like remap table space and the options used in the transform phase. On the right hand side, we see compare performance after migration. Enterprise Manager automatically shows the performance comparison before and after migration to help administrators make a conscious decision about the success of migration. It automatically creates the SQL tuning set from AWR, or you can provide an option to choose an existing SQL tuning set. I'm going to keep the defaults as it is. The SQL tuning set will be created by Enterprise Manager using data from AWR for last 7 days. You can also add pre-migration script and post-migration script. Pre-migration script will be called before start of the migration and post-migration script will be called after the completion of migration. Now let's review all these inputs. Once all inputs are reviewed and verified, you can analyze the source database. Click on Analyze Source button. Enterprise Manager pre-installs Schema Advisor. To run Schema Advisor across multiple schemas, Enterprise Manager also creates a user. Enter sysdba privileges to allow Enterprise Manager to create a new user and run Schema Advisor. Schema Advisor will be run in background and a report will be generated. While Schema Advisor report is being generated, let's validate all inputs. Enterprise Manager runs multiple validation checks to make sure that the source database and destination database follow all the validations successfully. It runs multiple checks on the source database, verifies export options, runs dump directory validations, object store validations, then source database validations and destination database validations. All login credentials are verified. You can also see this validation deployment procedure in a usual deployment procedure activity page in Enterprise Manager. All validations in this case are successful. So let's close the validation window. Now let's go to another tab and then see the analysis report for source database. Here we see the report generated by Enterprise Manager after running of Schema Analyzer. We see the summary of all objects, then the objects that won't get migrated, the objects that will get migrated with few changes, and some additional information about migration. If you expand any of these sections, you will find more details about the objects in each category. So here is a list of all the objects that won't get migrated. I see that objects from sys schema are not getting migrated, but objects from user schemas will be migrated. So let's go back and then submit the migration activity. Confirm that you have done source analysis. Database Migration Workbench also allows you to view JSON and then copy JSON if you would like to submit migration activity using command line tools. Migration activity has been submitted successfully. So let's go back and then view the status from activities page. This is the activity that has been just submitted. The status is in progress. Click on the activity name to view more details about the activity. This takes us to the procedure activity page, and you can see the detail of all the steps being run at this moment. This is very useful to monitor the progress of migration activity in real time. Now let's go back. And explore some other activity that was run earlier. Let's see the analysis of this activity. The analysis report shows the analysis of all the objects which are migrated as part of the migration activity. On the left, we see the validation phase, and all the validations were successful in this phase. During export phase, all the objects were exported successfully except 3. But in import, there were many failures. In the object errors section, we see details about the objects that could not be imported. The first object, FGA policy, was not being imported because the policy already exists. This section shows more details about each error, and the administrators can take a call whether this is a lenient error or it is a fatal error. You can also see the details of other errors and other data pump options. You can also see the dump file locations in the object store from this page. Now let's go back. Now let's see compare performance reports. Performance comparison reports show the performance of the database before the migration and after the migration. Enterprise Manager generates a SQL tuning set before the migration, migrates SQL tuning set to the destination database, and runs trial on destination database to compare performance. By default, performance comparison report includes all objects, including indexes. For autonomous databases, it is recommended that you leave the performance optimization to auto-indexing feature. If you would like to disable indexes in the destination database and want to assess that how the performance is looking like at the time of migration, you can suppress the indexes and perform comparison. To compare performance with no indexes, click on the Show Performance Comparison with no indexes. It will generate another report wherein the indexes will be excluded. Now let's go back. To certify this migration, you can click on Mark as completed. Mark as completed feature allows administrators to mark a particular migration as verified and successful. Once the migration is marked as completed, the status of the activity changes. This concludes the demo. Thank you.